Music is by Dustbowl Champion. To hear Dustbowl Champion's newest hits, search Dustbowl Champion on Spotify. Hey guys, I'm Ash.
And I'm Pete.
We're two friends with a combo of 7 kids ranging from toddlers to 20s and 2 crazy husbands.
Our paths were not easy. With childhood battle wounds, divorce, second marriages and all, we somehow found each other. And together we talk real life, laugh, cry, and figure out how to survive the day.
Hey guys, it's Ash and Pete.
Hey!
Welcome to Season 2!
Season 2! Kicking off! Thank you guys for listening for 1 whole year.
Yes, we appreciate it.
If you didn't listen for the whole year, then go back and listen. Listen to our humble beginnings.
We're
still pretty humble. We're still pretty humble.
Absolutely. So how's it going? A little bit of a rough day?
A little bit of a rough day. You know, when everything just like piles up and then it's like I literally am like folding tiny laundry and I'm like, I'm losing my mind. I'm going to have a nervous breakdown right now. Like there's too many things.
Was it the tiny laundry that was causing?
No, that actually was like the therapy.
The calm.
That was the calm. Mm-hmm. It was like everything is at a level 10 and
you need it at a 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everything. It's like work, kids, the hustle and bustle of everything. Someone needs to get to this. Someone needs to get to that. I need to be in 5 places at once.
Yeah.
My phone is going off. My text messages are going off.
Oh goodness.
Emails are going off. My Instagram is going off, which sounds really stupid, but you know what I mean? Like when everything, you're like, how do I respond to every single person in my life? I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I just need to take a breather.
Yeah.
Sometimes I mute things. I'm like, oh, I'm going to need to mute this for 8 hours.
Well, and I know, like, I am very well aware that there are times where I'm like, P, you're taking on too much.
You do. You really do.
But I don't know how to not take them on at the same time. Like, I can't turn them away.
Why?
I don't know.
So, I guess, I don't really know how to say this, but why do you have so many things to do?
I don't know.
Like,
because I'm not any different than, I feel like I don't do anything different.
You have to. There has to be something.
I know. Maybe I'm just easily overwhelmed. I don't know.
No, that's not what it is. I'm easily overwhelmed. You have a lot of stuff on your plate. I don't understand. But so here's the thing. You say, I can't turn it away. But if you did, it would stop being offered to you. Like I don't have a lot of opportunities coming to me, like, hey, do this, do that. You know what I mean? Probably because people are like, she's not going to do that. That hoe wants to sit on her couch all day.
It's because they all know that you're looking at an Instagram reel and getting lost in the car somewhere.
Yeah. See, I don't have time to do things like that because I want to do basic mind-numbing things.
Well, I'm going to say this. There's a couple of things. One, I'm the eldest.
Mm-hmm.
So I think because I'm the oldest child, I just, a lot is thrown on your plate and that's just what you're responsible for.
But is a lot thrown on your plate or do you take a lot of things onto your plate?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Probably a lot. I mean, early on, I would say a lot was thrown on my plate.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just used to carrying that.
Yeah, you are.
That torch,
Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
Pass it. I know. But I also don't know how to not.
Now. I know.
Now I'm like I'm a nutcase a little bit because now I don't know how to not.
Yeah.
And so I take on so much in my personal and I take on so much
at work.
Yeah. And
like
actually
5 people at work.
I was talking to my my grandparents this weekend, and he said, sweetie, when do you sleep? And I
Did
said,
you tell me you don't do a lot of
well,
that?
I'll sleep when I'm dead. I don't know. I don't sleep, you know.
But if you don't sleep, you're going to die sooner.
Well, Tony might be happier that I don't live to be 100.
I don't want to live to be 100, but
my great grandfather passed away at 101.
I don't want to be that old.
I don't either, but I don't know. I'm just saying it runs in blood.
Yeah. It runs in blood.
It runs in blood. It runs in my blood.
Yeah, it's in your blood. Well, I mean, I don't think I have that running in my blood, so I should be okay.
I think most of us moms feel that though. Feel that it's like, oh my God, there's 1,000 things.
No, there's 1,000 things to do. I feel like you have, I don't know. I feel like
right
I do
now,
nothing.
Right now, I'm lucky that I get to record with you.
I know.
Because my child is across town practicing.
Yeah.
For a play that she would have to be picked up in 13 minutes for, which I will have to go and do with the young kids for the next 2 days because my husband's out of town. So it's like I told work today, I said, hey, I'm coming in regular time this week, but I'm going to have to dash out. Don't expect me to stay late like I do every other day, because I have to grab the kids, go home, grab the oldest, take her to across town, which takes me 25 minutes to get to, then go back home, then get the kids ready for dinner, bathed, everything, then throw them back in the car, take them back to go get her.
That's the roughest part because it's their bedtime.
Yes, I'm hoping they just fall asleep in the car and then I can just carry
them. And they
them.
just stay. See, I don't know.
That's what I'm hoping.
I mean, I guess I don't remember when my kids. I remember, but those things are oh, how did that work?
Well, it's been a long time.
I know. I don't know. I know. I was gonna say, well, bring the girls to me at karate, but I won't be at karate that late tomorrow.
No.
I have open house on Thursday.
Yeah.
Shoot.
That's okay. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it. And granted, I think if my daughter had her license, it would make my life easier.
Yeah.
But we are very lucky. I mean, I'm a planner of a planner.
Yeah.
And so I like to plan the plan. And I moved across the street from my daughter's high school and junior high because I didn't want to have to commute, to and from events. So for the most part, when her events are at school, that's not a big deal.
It doesn't matter.
It's quick.
Yeah.
It's 2 minutes to get to school. But in situations like this we're 25 minutes.
Yeah. Well, luckily it's not
all the time. It's not. Yeah. It's a few weeks. And then we just, it's a month of it and then of every day. And then it's not like that all the time.
Right. Yep. Yeah. Oh, gosh.
I mean, I think about parents that travel for soccer and everything every other weekend and they're gone and they're,
I don't even understand
there's a lot.
Especially because a lot of them have more than one kid and they're doing different sports.
Yeah. And they're all over the state.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your sister-in-law and brother-in-law, they would have to tag team the kids, right?
Oh, yeah. And they were in different states a lot of times.
So crazy.
Yeah.
I guess I'm happy my kids aren't athletic. I don't have to worry about that.
Which I just have to say, by the way, while we're talking about our week, Georgia worked out with me last night.
Did she?
Yes. And she, the kids interrupt my workouts in the morning sometimes when I'm home.
Yeah.
And they wake up and sometimes they come in mid workout and they try to do whatever. And they have their own mat, they have their own weights, they have things. But it was so cute because she was like, and she knows a lot of like a lot of exercises.
Do you need to put her into dance? Or are you not going to do it?
No, I don't want to do it again.
Yeah.
I don't want to do dance. My kids are just going to be, they're going to be boxers.
That's fine.
They're going to be sports, athletic. That's
it. Because you did bar last night.
I know.
I saw the text.
Yes.
I just didn't read it.
So it was bar, but we did bar and then we ended with like, she got to pick all the exercises at the end of the night. So we did push-ups and then we did squats because she knows all those things. Yeah. Right. And then we did burpees.
Oh, good night. Can she do those?
Yes.
So cute. You need to record
I know. And she really was cute. And I mean, even Tony's cracking up because he's like, I can't believe like this is what you taught our children, you know?
Yeah. I love that.
And well, I know we came out and he's like, oh, is it like your dream come true right now? Yeah. Like, are you just so happy? I'm like, well, she's pretty good. But she would like do something and she was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, no, that wasn't right. Hold on. And she'd redo it again and stuff. But it was really, really cute.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll have to record her one time.
I know.
I mean, I saw her probably like beginning of COVID doing exercises. Yeah. But even then, a couple years ago, she was still like, I'm like, dang, you can really do a push-up.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
you do better push-ups than Jason.
Yeah. She's
you know,
super cute.
So cute. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm sorry that today was a rough day.
But that's okay. You know what? We're in season 2.
Season 2.
We've made it. We've made it a whole season, a whole year.
Yes.
It was a good experience, and I think that it's helped. I mean, I think it's a lot of work sometimes to schedule the time.
Yeah.
And you do a lot of the legwork yourself.
You do a lot of
the legwork. But you come here.
Oh, yeah, but I don't have kids. I mean,
you have kids.
I've been talking about how I've had kids this whole time, and I'm like, I don't have kids. No, I don't have kids that I have to worry. You know, they're not little.
Yeah.
They can take care of themselves when I'm gone. So that's what I know. I called Jackson. I thought he was gone when I left. So I called him because I had yelled up, no response. So I call him. I'm like, where are you? And he's like, upstairs. I'm like, okay, I didn't realize you were home. And he goes, you sound like you're in a car. I'm like, yeah, I have to go record. He's like, okay, I love you. But, you know, they're fine.
Yeah.
They older. Probably won't go to bed when they're supposed to.
Probably not.
But what's new?
Yeah.
They don't go to bed when they're supposed to when I'm home. So,
yeah.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You know, is your husband going? What's that noise?
It's my washer.
What?
My dishwasher?
Oh, I was like, we can hear your washer all the way.
Sorry, not my laundry washer. But...
Okay, sorry. Sorry, guys. Easily distracted.
It's all right, Doug.
I know. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but her drink just made a funny noise. Sorry.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yes. All right. So this episode,
yes,
we have had.
Doug has a plan.
Yes, Doug has a plan. Yeah.
What's the plan?
It's been requested. So someone thinks that you and I agree on everything.
Who the hell is this person?
That's a friend of mine. They said, you guys seem like you agree on everything. Like, you guys don't disagree on anything. I was like, no, we do. We for sure disagree on. I mean, I think a lot of stuff that we've talked about, parenting, our past, things like that, a lot of it's similar. And so we
pretty much wouldn't like each other if we were too different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we do have differences.
We do have some disagreement. Yeah. Like, not disagreements. We do believe different things, we have different opinions.
Yes.
We're different people, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about some topics.
So you're trying to break us up in season 2.
No.
Okay.
Can they survive season 2?
Okay.
No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to let people know, yes, we do have differences.
Yes.
We do have a difference of opinion in things.
Well, and I think when this kind of came up, you and I kind of had a conversation about it. And I said, of course we have differences. And you said, you're like, I think that I'm probably way more right sided than in a lot of ways than you are. I think that I'm probably I feel like I'm probably politically, I'm probably in the middle road as much as I possibly can. I probably lean more right. People could say that. Absolutely. I would totally
you are
agree.
Pretty center.
But I try to be pretty center because I think most of America is, you know, and it's not because it's trying to be wishy-washy, and it's not even trying to be like, just not have an opinion. I think it's just that, look, I see views in both eyes.
Right.
And I have to make sense of how it affects me, which I think if most people are, I mean, I look at it this way. Every time we go to the ballot, every time we go to vote for something,
right,
I look at it and I say, okay, Tony, how does this affect our family? And then how does this affect like everyone else? And what is the big picture and what is the real picture? And how is this going to affect us? And it doesn't necessarily mean affect us today,
right,
but affect us. And so whatever your view is for that, sometimes I think can sway your decision on your vote. Now, when I say affects us, I also mean like, is this for the good of our country?
Yeah.
And is this for the good of humankind? Because sometimes maybe that might benefit me right now, but if I'm looking at big picture, that maybe isn't going to be the best thing for our entire world.
Right. Yes.
In 20 years.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I agree. I do think that I am much more conservative. And I think a lot of things where you and I have difference of opinions, I think a lot of it is based on religious beliefs. Like,
yes,
I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like I take things very literally.
Well, I was just going to say, you'll go like, okay, in simple terms, I think it would be like, you'll go straight biblical.
Yes.
On it.
Yes.
And I'm going to try to make sense of it as of today.
Yes, exactly. And so I think that's where I don't think we disagree on a lot of things.
No.
I think we do have pretty similar minds.
Yes.
But the things that we do disagree on, I think that is why.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
So this will be a little interesting.
Yeah.
We'll get to see where we have difference of opinions.
Okay, so you have like a list of things.
I have some things. I don't know if we'll get to all of them, but I do have a list of things.
Okay, so we'll take a break and then we'll come back and get to your list of what you think might be different or the same. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds good.
We'll stop listening to my dog drink water.
Perfect.
Hey guys, we're back.
Hey. Okay, let's see if Priscilla and I can stay together
Ashley's trying to break us up in season 2.
I'm not. I had a request that said, like, hey, do you guys ever disagree? Because you guys sound like you just go along with each other. And that's really not how it is.
No, it's not. Totally not.
We just are very similar.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have discussed this one before.
Yes, we have.
Sex before marriage.
I agree is totally normal and should be done.
You said agree. No, I don't.
Yeah. Well, I agree with the majority of Americans.
I agree with everyone but Ashley. That's what you meant.
I think that you should have sex before marriage, and I think that you should have sex before marriage with multiple partners. And I think that
okay. Well, I don't feel like this came out in our last time.
It doesn't need to be multiple,
well,
but
you
like
just said
more
multiple.
than one. More than
That's
one.
multiple.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
More than one.
Why?
Because I think you need to know what you're getting yourself into for the rest of your life.
Okay.
And I think that as much as everyone can hem and haw around the fact that, okay, listen, if we're being appropriate.
By appropriate, what do you mean?
By appropriate, I mean like manners. Number one, we don't talk about Bruno. I mean, we don't talk about sex. And
get your Disney out of here, okay?
And we don't talk about the fact that, that's not supposed to matter. But in reality, it does matter. And you need to have a sexual connection to your partner.
Okay, so a couple of things. And I don't think we're going to get through all of the topics because thing number one is what about the Bible? That's my question for you. Because my stance is that
you're very biblical.
Yes, you're supposed to wait until marriage. So
yes.
Which, and I'm not saying, I do have to put this out there. I'm not saying that
you lived by that.
No, I did not. I did not get saved until after I was well into my life. So my husband, unfortunately, is not the only person I've ever had sex with. And I am not judging anyone. I know it happens. I know it's very common. I did it. Not saying anything like that. But what about the Bible?
And here's where I will say that on the religious side of everything, I don't feel that. So I don't feel like religion, Christianity, God, however you want to classify it, I don't feel like it should sway towards the times of the world.
Right.
I love what it is because it stands the test of time.
Right.
It is what it is. And you try as a human, as a sinner, to be the best possible person you can be.
Yes.
And live up to what the Bible says.
Right.
You're not going to
right. No. And I know, and
Bible. You're not going to live up to the Bible. It's not going to happen. As far
as people do wait until they're married. They do.
Okay. Who?
I personally have friends who've waited until marriage.
Do you feel that they're fully... okay, that's not even a fair question. Okay, whatever works for you. Okay. I would say, in the human side of me, I would say, okay, like really, are you truly... Not only are you truly happy with your sexual life, but do you even know any different?
Well, you definitely don't know any
different. You don't know any different. So I guess you're cool. You're cool. You're cool for the rest of your life, I guess. Right? Because you don't know any different. I feel like so here's what I'll say about my marriage second time around. And I'm going to be very real with this. So
Tony's family, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
They know.
They do. So Tony and I were friends.
Yes.
And it could have easily stayed just as friends because I never thought of him in that way.
Right.
When we were friends, like I never thought of him in that way until he made a move on me. And then it was like, whoa, like, what are you doing? Like, I didn't even think of you that way. I didn't think you thought of me that way. Like, I never had that. I never crossed that line to even think that. And unless we had a bond, and this is where I feel like this is where relationships take the next level. Unless you have a bond physically, can you get to the next level? So him and I could have stayed friends forever.
Right.
I would have been friends with Tony forever because he's a good person and he's great and he's funny and he's whatever. And he's a great person to be a friend with.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I could lean on him for the rest of my life, you know, as far as whatever as a friend. And I know he would always be there for me. But the difference between that and having a relationship with someone is having a physical connection with someone. And I truly feel like, although maybe the Bible says you shouldn't do that until you are man and wife and husband and wife, I feel like, what if Tony and I had been so great as friends and so not great as partners? Because just like I discussed with Molly, our other special co-host who comes on quite a bit, I feel like in season 1, the difference between our children, what's getting confused sometimes in sexuality and relationships and being attracted to the sex of the person is that you have to do intimate things with that person.
But you don't think that you can feel passion towards someone and not have sex? Because I think you can feel passion towards someone
and not have sex?
Yeah. For sure.
I don't know that I've ever had that.
So the first time you kissed Tony, you guys had sex?
No.
Okay.
But I mean, it led to that.
Eventually.
Yes.
But there was passion in the kissing and that, right?
Yeah, but are you telling me that?
I'm saying I think you know if you and Tony weren't going to connect, I don't know.
I don't know because I think you could like build up passion.
Yeah.
And then be also let down.
I don't know.
Oh,
I think if your feelings are there, I think it can grow. I watched this show called Married at First Sight.
Oh my God, you sound like my future sister-in-law right now.
I'm going to stab you, and I love her. But...
No, because she said the same thing. She's like, I'm so excited for the wedding because I'm watching the show, Married at First Sight. I don't know what it is. I think I've watched one episode.
So these people are matched by someone, and they meet at the altar, and they get married. And
they follow them, right? For like a period of time?
Yeah. Yeah. Like you have 6 weeks to decide if you're going to stay married or get divorced.
Okay.
And so I still follow on social media a couple from the very first season who have stayed together. Oh. They have children.
How long has that been?
I think they're at like 7 years now.
Okay.
So, but in the very beginning, like at their wedding, she cried because she was like, he is not what I expected. Like, I'm not attracted to him. Like, all kinds of stuff. But they built their relationship, and now she's like in love with him, and like she is like
And is
all
he
about
in love
him.
with her?
Yeah. And he always has been.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Like he was attracted to her from the beginning, but she was like, no, like I'm not. And she's kind of messed up, you know, so there's all that behind it too. But they did not like consummate their marriage, I think, until after.
Hey guys, we had a technical difficulty.
Sorry.
So we continued talking for approximately 19 minutes and it did not record. So what I was saying is that he was attracted to her, she was not attracted to him, and I guess they waited to consummate their marriage until after their 6-week decision time frame was up. That's what I was saying about that. And then we continued talking about assisted suicide. We will get into that subject,
I guess,
next week.
Yeah.
We'll go over everything we just talked about with each other. So we do apologize. I have no idea what's going on, why this continues to cut us off this week and last week. But next week, next week we'll get into a couple more topics to try to continue to break us up. Just kidding. We're not doing that. But
don't try to break us up.
We're not breaking up.
Okay.
It's just conversations where your opinion is different than mine.
Real life, but we're still friends.
And yes, we can still be friends. It is A-okay to have a difference of opinion. FYI, everyone, it is 100% okay. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
So thank you so much for listening. We will continue on next week.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for swapping with us. Segment music by Callie Grace. For more of Callie Grace's hits, follow Callie Grace on iTunes and Spotify today.